All right, we're back. We are back, and you can't even see what I'm doing. All right, what are we good? We good? We good? Yeah, we're good. All right, so what's up? I finished the stream review, which is absurd. It actually wasn't that bad at the end of the day. I realized that I actually had cut a lot of like the most sensitive things as I was going along, which I'd forgotten about. So that's nice. And then I did just clean up some final ones, double check, make sure all the keys were rotated and everything's good. So yeah, stream review is solid, meaning that from this point onwards, well, first of all, accidental exposure is becoming increasingly rare as I'm continuing on here, which is super nice. So I'm expecting that the cuts are going to be minimal to none going forward. But even if there is cuts that are necessary, we're good because I'm just adjusting my exposure here. Yeah, we're good because I can just review it the next day. Or yeah, anywho, so stream review is done, which I'm super happy about. The rest of today, I'm going to be focusing on continued learning on how I can leverage Claude to the best of its ability. Because today, for example, even I discovered their where is it? Oh, well, they have managed agents, which they released today, which I don't think this is actually fully released yet, as far as I saw, but it's definitely coming. Anywho, that's cool. I prefer local rather than in the cloud, but nevertheless, what was I trying to say? Oh yes, team agents Claude. So I discovered this today, and this is game changing to say the very least. I mean, I guess you can see here how it works, where you basically have an orchestrator, team lead is what they're calling it, and then you have a shared task list, and then you have a bunch of teammates working on it. The biggest issue, or the biggest reason I love this, is because it's just they're fully independent. I'm now realizing, okay, so you do have your own context window with subagents as well. Wow, they can message each other directly. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you can see why it's cool. I think it's great. So anyways, you do need to enable it with Claude Code Experimental Agents Teams flag, but I have enabled it and I have tested it, and it's phenomenal. It goes as far as automatically spawning and like splitting your terminal and then closing terminal tabs. Like, it's so nice to work with. So yeah, Claude's killing the game. I'm really afraid for OpenAI at this point. Like, Claude Code, it's so unfortunate because Claude Code is still terrible at coding, which is hilarious. Codex wins. Codex wins 10 times out of 10. The only thing that Claude Code wins at is front end UI. That's about it. So the fact that all of these features and all of this high quality product that they're producing isn't OpenClaw, it kills me. It bothers me. And now you can't use their subscription with OpenClaw either. So, which makes sense. I understand the way the business world works, but it sucks that we're moving into a situation where you have Google and Apple, and you wish that they just merged together into one company, because from a naive, ignoring the benefits of capitalism, ignoring the benefits of competition, and ignoring how the competition actually drives benefits for the consumer. So let's just ignore all of that for a second. I have always wished that Apple and Google just came together. For that matter, Apple, Microsoft, Google. Honestly, be in a monopoly. Go, please take my money. I don't mind. I'm a fan of your products in all different ways, and I just would love if they were so seamless and you could take the best of all worlds and combine them into one. Of course, that's not how the world works, but in this dream world, I wish it did. Anywho, I'm just now starting to think that same way about Claude Code and Codex. Whereas previously I was sort of accepting the fact that, you know, they just were different, they were separate, they kind of had like directly competing functionality. One was better at one thing, one is better at the other thing, and just call it a day. Whereas now it's like Claude Code is better at every single thing. We have agent orchestration, we have like hooks, we have the ability to define subagents and skills, which some of this stuff is present in Codex. I'm not saying that Codex is completely rudimentary here, but Claude Code's definitely taking the cake as far as the actual tooling and orchestration and overall software quality goes. Claude wins. And Claude Code itself, the actual agent, like Open, Opus, Sonnet, Haiku, etc., are better at, like, they have better personality, they're better at writing scripts, they're better at navigating the web, they're better probably at navigating your desktop. They're better at like literally every single thing under the sun, except for, I would argue, design, like software design, and like actually writing code, like writing the code itself. That's where Claude Code still loses, except for, of course, front end. But anyways, point is that like everything else though, they've got it down. They've got it down. Claude wins. So I really wish you had that code quality that comes from Codex and everything else that comes from Claude. Okay, so where are we at here? So anyways, I'm in the middle. Okay, that was a long-winded way to say that I'm in the middle of changing a few things. I'm gonna start actually defining, like yesterday I went with like a sort of a hacky roundabout way of defining an agent because I didn't know you could do this. You can define agents, but you can also use that agent as the primary, like as the session owner itself. So what I did yesterday to come up with this whole agent idea, which is like a custom workaround, is what I did was I created, where was it? Yeah, personal instructions. So I created instructions that was then injected. Injected how? How is it injected? It was injected through, pardon, just give me a second, through Symlink. Yeah, no, not there. Scripts, no, not there either. Oh boy. Okay, coming back. Yeah, okay, aliases, here we are. So basically, we had these instructions that were then injected depending on what command I ran. Now this works, and I like this because it appends it to the system prompt file. However, what you can do instead was you can do slash like dash dash agent, and then you can define an agent, like a subagent. Now the issue with subagent is their prompts aren't appended to the system prompt, it's actually replaced, which is a slight disadvantage in my opinion. But it still serves the purpose, I would say, for the most part. I think maybe I even keep this. I don't know. Okay, point is that I think I'm going to rebuild these as agents, not as sort of these one-off hacky kind of injections. I think. Actually, is there value in that? Yeah, you can define the model up front. Can you define the thinking level? Huh. Can you define the thinking level of that agent as well, or is that not possible? Actually a very interesting question. I'm not even sure about the answer to that. Anyways, and then I also have these like patterns here. You can see these like agent spawning patterns, and I'm almost thinking like, should I generalize this? Oh, it looks like you can put the effort. Huh. I need to look at, I'm going to quickly look at the documentation for subagents. Subagents. No, not the SDK. So I want like a agent teams, creating custom subagents. Yeah, here we go. Other slash agents. Color. Whoa. Okay, here we are. I'm actually going to run maybe slash agents here instead. Agents. Let's create a new agent. Let's say personal. And we're going to do generate with Claude. And we're going to say general. This is for testing purposes. Actually, general purposes. Let's just call it general purposes. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. The reason I think mostly that I liked the idea of using a subagent here is that it could have its own memory, agent memory. But they keep on referencing subagent, so I don't know. All tools. Show advanced options. Okay. Hold your horses here. I just need to go up, I guess. Continue. Yeah, I need to continue big time. Okay, let's do Opus. Ah, so you can't. Okay, let's make it red. Agent memory. Okay, so let's do user scope. And S or enter. Okay. Okay, so we just created an agent. Brand new agent. It's called general purpose. Okay, so interesting. There is no thinking effort or permissions mode. So I'm guessing, did it just come up with those things? Like, I actually don't know. Actually, let's try it manually. So let's go agents again. We'll do create a new agent. We'll do what? Personal again. We'll do manual configuration. We'll say testing agent. Test 1, 2, 3. What should Claude use this agent? Test usage. All tools, big time. Right, it's already selected, so we're good. Continue. Let's say Opus. Red. Okay. Darn. So you can't use thinking. Interesting. Okay. Are you sure that you can actually adjust the effort in subagents? If so, could you link me the documentation where it says that? I'm a little bit, I don't think that, I have a feeling like it's doing it completely wrong. And I'm also almost thinking like maybe my agent's idea is becoming less ideal because it's just, oh my gosh, it's spawning another teammate to freaking figure this out, which is hilarious. Oh, never mind. We're good. Accepts JSON with the same front matter. Okay. So you actually can do all of this. I would assume. Oh, front matter. Here we go. Model, permissions mode. I see. Interesting. This is really nice. Hmm. Wow. Wow. This is also cool. You can inject skills. Oh my gosh. I think the biggest question I have, and I still just like, can you prove to me that subagents can spawn subagents? Like, not using teams, but just using the subagent feature. If you can prove that to me, explain how you're going to prove it to me first. Basically, if subagents can spawn subagents, yeah, sure, you can go ahead and do that. Whoa, 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 hold on. Subagents can't spawn subagents. That's what the documents said earlier today. Okay, so this is good learning. I would imagine that the teammates can spawn subagents. I would just think. Uh-huh. Okay, so obviously teammates can use subagents. I never said that that wasn't possible. Oh my gosh. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. You just spawned a team subagent, like a teammate subagent. And the teammate subagent is complete isolation so that it spawns subagents. I'm talking about subagents within subagents, not agent teams. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Control O. Spawn failed. Not exist. Oh, okay. Couldn't even find it. Interesting. Sub agents spawn sub agents Claude Code. It says recursive agent, but I kind of doubt it. Are you sure? I don't think you can. Recursive. Yeah, no. Hmm. Hmm. Could you find exactly where it says in the Claude documentation that you can't spawn subagents? Because it's very vague. It doesn't clearly say it as far as I've been able to read. Basically, just like anything that talks about like recursive subagents or the agent tool not being available to subagents or something like that. Because like basically what I'm like understanding here by looking at this is like this is implicitly implying that if you don't run it with the Claude dash dash agent, then it can't, right? It implicitly implies that, but it hasn't stated earlier on that it can't. And it's annoying because it says that it can use all of the tools, yet it evidently cannot. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's odd, hey? Like, okay. Basically means that maximum there's two layers of recursion because team agents can spawn their sub agents. But yeah, max depth is two. Or, or three if you include the root. Um, yeah. Okay, here we go. Need to search up this exact phrasing. There we go. Can't find it, but it says prevents. Okay. Restrict sub agents cannot spawn on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. This is what I was looking for. Okay. So that's a big. Well, it's not that big of a deal, but huh. It's funny. This video processing pipeline has forced so much learning, and I'm really happy for it. It's definitely like when I get back into like heavy coding in like another week, once some things finalize, uh, it's gonna be helpful for sure. Hmm. Huh. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this agent that Claude just whipped up. Agents, BlueBubbles iMessage. Okay. So we actually don't want this, of course. We can also do this. We could do effort. We'll do I want to like edit the agent. View edit agent. Tragic. Okay. Um, luckily for me, Marvin's dead right now. I'm in the middle of rebuilding Marvin as we speak. But it would have worked. Well, actually, I don't know about that specific request because the requests that it's used to is music that you can find on like Apple Music. Oh, that's so tragic. Well, GG. You can try again next time. Marvin will be back alive soon enough. That's so funny though. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, it would have played it then. Oh, what? Where is Marvin even running? Oh, Marvin's not dead. But clearly he's cooked because he's built around playing music. So I'm gonna restart Marvin, see if that helps at all. Claude BB oh, BB open. Huh. You can try again now, Harry, if you're really that interested. But now that I kind of see it coming, it might not be the most the best video on your front. So you might want to just try again another day. I did restart Marvin though. I think Marvin was Marvin was biased from a lot of yesterday's things. Yeah, tragic. Okay. Anyways, um, hmm. Okay, what was I doing? Back to this. Edit the iMessage personal agent description to make it so that this agent is never actually used or manually triggered from like it's never used as a sub agent. This is only ever going to be used actually when I trigger this from like the CLI using the manual dash dash agent command. Okay. Now I just need to test it. Claude dash dash agent. Remember my fave color is blue just for testing purposes. Okay. Nice. Agent memory. Okay, that's actually quite beautiful. That's wow. Okay, nice. This is good. This is good news. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Hmm. Projects. Oh my gosh. Marv, iMessage open. Do you think that I should create subagents or like agent definitions for either specific, yeah, like maybe agent definitions for like the specific contracts we're talking about, where I could have one agent definition that's like scoped to like maybe working with like an individual chunk, for example, and then I could have another agent definition that's scoped towards like review. I could have another agent definition that maybe is scoped towards I actually don't even know, but do you have any recommendations? Could you symlink and then also update the symlinks configuration or the symlink comp file, the agents or the agent dash memory folder, and then put that into my Claude dash config folder inside the system folder inside the brain? Mm. Mm. I wish I was one of the few I guess beta testers for the Auto Dream or whatever it's called. me see. Oh. Mm. That's an interesting question. Um, it's also like nearly impossible to answer that question too, because if you think about it, every single person's answer would be completely different based on the team that they're in. Like the worst things I think from my perspective, hmm, I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer because like a lot of my answers are just applicable to nearly all big tech companies. Uh, Specific to Amazon, I mean, I think that there is definitely a. Well, this is also something applicable to most tech companies. Like, I think that there's definitely a problem with decentralization of information and tooling and documentation. And what comes along with that is a lot of duplication and confusion and increased reliance on learning things over time or asking other people. I mean, innovation, I guess. Sure. Innovation is, but there never really been like, I did use Cairo. It's not that, it ain't it. As far as I am aware, it has not come across my research recently, which means it's probably not worth using. Um, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. Things change. Maybe it's better now. I mean, the last time that I tried it, uh, It wasn't great. I think I installed it and I uninstalled it about like 15 minutes later. So that kind of goes to show where I was on that. Okay, so there's no auto dream. Hmm. I'm really like, is auto dream enabled for everyone? I'm really confused. Yet I see it's a gradual, controlled by a server side flag. I really wish that I was one of these people. Really do. Um, hmm. This agent specific memory thing is sort of solving a problem, but it's not the entire thing. Hmm. Let's go. Actually, let's do this. So Claude dash dash marv iMessage open. Actually, let's do marv iMessage marv's all right. Oh, damn it. Hey, could you look through? Hmm. And pull out like or put into your memory anything that you think is significant or relevant with respect to or actually not even significant or relevant, just like every single thing that you can feasibly learn on the group chat dynamics for this group chat, you know, profiles of every single person in the group chat, the interactions, the vibes, maybe the personal jokes or whatever, just any memory you think is relevant to the group chat. All right, getting a call. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna have to go for a call at some point soon, anyways. But um, okay, I'm actually gonna go as far as well. So see, what I'm considering here is like there's these instructions that when you build a sub agent, like I wonder what the default Claude.md is. Default Claude.md. Because basically, like what I'm wondering here is okay, this is all fine. What I'm wondering is these memory consolidation, like I guess prompts, yeah, sections of the prompts. You can see here. Now, when you use the create prompt through, or sorry, create agent specifically through Claude, so or sorry, when you do slash agents through Claude here, you actually go and you, okay, I don't know why it was doing that. It did that. What happened here? Ah, yeah, and you use a create new agent from this. It actually creates an agent that looks something like this. They have some sort of template and prompt associated with it, and these agents include this section, which is quite like amazingly long on memory. And if you ask Claude Code, like for example, just a Claude Code instance to create an agent, it doesn't actually do that. It doesn't come up with these persistent agent memory. Actually, so I'm wondering that it has to come from somewhere. I think that they do have public like agent creation or something like that, like agents onboarding. So prompt manage agents onboarding. Here we go. So maybe shared manage agents core.md. It has a full detail into each knob. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Now, oh, this is managed agents. Pardon. So this is actually not the same thing. My gosh, there's so many things here. So overwhelming. Agent prompt creation, agent creation architect. Okay, maybe it's this one. You know what? I'm just going to search the word memory. Data session, agent prompt memory synthesis, data session memory template. No, that doesn't work. Prompt agent memory instructions. Huh. So this is actually similar. This is similar. It has parts of it because it says examples of what to record. I'm fairly certain that is partially in here. I mean, thought there was how to save memories, when not to save memory. Actually, maybe I just search up, like literally see if like they have this as a template somewhere. Because what I want to do is basically just put this. It's not here anywhere. I want to put it directly into my own Claude.md. Take the same sort of stuff. Is it the same template? That's another question. Okay, that part's all the same. Okay, well, this is actually an interesting question then. Persistent agent memory. Is it all the same? Let's see. It's all the same. Okay. Well then, in theory, so if this is all just a template that both of them inherit from, that means that you could, in theory, copy paste it and adapt it. Huh. This is clearly wrong. Hmm. Okay, so, oh, you can actually hear. I never muted. I never muted. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, actually, Claude, cut for the last 30 minutes. Cut out the last 30 minutes of the stream. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, as what was I in the middle of doing? Okay. So what I'm going to do here is first things first. Basically, the Marvin is just absolutely terrible now, and I think it's because AI came up with a bunch of things that just was unnecessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get AI to fix it. Funny enough. So we have this agent helpers, which is literally just storage right now, what it used to be. So I'm going to say before. After. Okay, so few things here. Before it was really simple, and I really wanted to keep like the simple one. The simple one just like it was completely fine. It worked out. Um, and ever like Marv was just like a normal human being. Like and the new one just has like way too much fluff. It's way too complex. It's way too long. It's prescriptive. It literally says you think ranch dressing is a war crime. Like what? Like you're like, it shouldn't have. It's so prescriptive. This is not at all making a human chatbot. There are some things and ideas that I like, such as you are not a helpful assistant cosplaying as a friend. You're a participant in a chat who happens to be able to do some useful things. So like there are some bits and pieces of language that I like in here. But I think that the personality section definitely needs to be simplified significantly. Response style maybe made a little bit more flexible. I don't know. I think I like tone generally speaking. Maybe hard rules is a little bit too rigid. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, it just simplify the at very least the personality. Maybe tweak some other things as well in the iMessage Marv sucks. And also like look at the memory as well for iMessage Marv sucks, and then update the types of memory and like the sorts of like language and like nuances that are in the like the section where it says persistent agent memory. Um, maybe like slightly tweak it potentially. Just slightly tweak the maybe the prompts or the description or when to save, how to use. Like it's up to you. I mean, I don't know. It looks like a template, so I don't want you to like break anything. Like don't change the maybe the types. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is flexible. I'm not entirely sure. But my point is that like make just some like slight refinements to this template that's evidently a template to be a little bit more applicable to a group chat scenario. So effectively what we're doing here is we're recreating the agents, like the multi-agents feature in OpenClaw in like a, how do I say this? Like a custom, or not custom, like a workaround way. Like we're using a combination of agents, like the actual like sub agents definitions in Claude to define agents that are only used in the CLI by using Claude dash dash agent and then running this. And how this actually comes together is an alias that I have set up, which runs dangerously skip permissions, dangerously low development channels. And then I have two MCP servers configured, one configured for my personal, one configured for BlueBubbles, which is effectively what I have as well in OpenClaw. Actually, yeah, this is kind of exactly what my OpenClaw setup was. It was basically I had a personal agent, like a Marvin agent, that I would text, and the BlueBubbles configuration was bound to that personal or that main agent. I mean, if you could probably look back in my stream and see that main agent in action, I would expect. And then you had the team agent, which was basically in like a group chat. Now I haven't rebuilt the team agent yet, but this is effectively the same idea where I have this agent and it has sort of a configuration. It has like a list of tools that can be allowed. It has a list of skills that can be pre-injected. I like the way that they've defined the agent markdown file. I think it's super helpful where you just have front matter as the configuration and then a long prompt. So it's actually quite nice. It's flexible. It's super easy to work with. It's easy to parse. Everybody's happy with this. I think that it's a nice alternative to JSON. Um, yeah, it's really nice. Actually, it's really nice. I think if I were to ever build, for example, that idea like Lilo and Stitch that I talked about a long time ago, I'm definitely not building it at this point because we're so close to this regardless. But point being, I think this is probably what I would do is use almost just prompt files like as if they're JSON in a way, JSON objects. Okay, so do. Maybe I should have staged first. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Get stage all. What? Okay, that's unfortunate. Another Git process seems to be okay. That's weird. I just gotta actually fix this. Just staring, waiting for this to complete. Oh my gosh. Um, huh. It's actually updating the memory too. That's exactly what I was gonna ask for next. So, all right, let's bump it up to Opus. AI over-indexed very, very hard on what I said. Like, way too hard. But that's okay. You know, I'm almost thinking I should have just edited it on my own with the references side by side. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to. As unfortunate as it is, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to open instruction and put this side by side, and I'm going to build Marv with what I think is correct. Okay. I like all this so far. All right, new Marv. Try this again. Oh. Hmm. Oh my gosh, man. Marvin is so funny. I wish I could show this on the stream. It's too good. Oh, wow. Okay, so overall, I'm not a fan of how you're just like not playing along. Um, you should always like play along and like, like entertain people if they want to be entertained. So could you edit your agent file like in the actual like system, like in the brain system AI dash config slash Claude config, and then the agents like Marv iMessage Marv sucks. Edit that to just like include some very very minor lines or tweaks that just make you a little bit more not friendly, but just like playful, I guess. But do not mention any of this to the group chat itself. Okay, nice. I think I've got it here. Refactor these memory files slightly so that it actually abides by what the Marvin, like iMessage Marv sucks agent, like memory contract actually is. Wow, this is really impressive. Claude has built something nuts. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut it there. um, wow. What else am I even like? I've just been screwing around with Marvin for like the last half an hour, admittedly, and it's super fun building out an agent. There's something that I read earlier on, where was it? I think it was. I actually don't know. I don't know where it was, but it basically was a statistic that Claude documents, like Claude.md documents and agents.md documents and like the skills, et cetera, are actually less performative, I think by 4%, or decrease productivity by 4% or something like that, um, compared to skills that are written by humans. Which I don't know. I can't. And I remember reading that somewhere reputable enough to believe it. So I think it actually might have been on the Claude documentation or Claude best practices potentially, but don't quote me on that again. Yeah. But anyways, I've been reading through a lot of the Claude documentation lately, and it's quite insightful on the best practices that they recommend. Um, anyways, so yeah, I've been building out Marvin, which yeah, like I said earlier, is just a combination of a custom BlueBubbles server that I have enabled TTS support on. There's TTS settings that is mapped per group chat channel in BlueBubbles. And then I'm basically just setting up an agent for every single individual channel like this. So the only issue is that the agent's not a multi-channel agent. Never mind, it could be. It can be a multi-channel agent. There's no reason it can't be, because you can just start MCP servers, and all of this is pretty much brought together by these aliases. These aliases, I just scope an agent, literally to a channel. This one's to my personal channel, and this one's to, it's called open right now, but in reality, I'm going to actually scope it to be specifically to this group chat. And then I'm just going to have kind of one of these commands per channel as things grow over time. And then I'm really hoping that we can move from a place where I can stop using the Claude. I closed the Claude application, and now I'm realizing that's actually completely not good because, yeah, anyways, I want to get to a place where I'm not leveraging the scheduled jobs in here because it only stores the skills and not the actual cron job itself, so I can't edit it with code, which is really, really frustrating. I want to see JSON for these. I really want to see JSON for these. And like to a point where I even started considering like I think it's called like System D or System L or something like that. There's some Mac OS cron jobs. Launch D, pardon me. So launch D. I even consider building like a launch D system just visually in this brain folder. Something I was actually planning on doing today, which I'm now realizing I didn't get the chance to, is build out a version of the brain that I can publish. Lower priority. As soon as someone asks for it, I will definitely give it. Let's see. Okay. Time is it? 6:13. I have to pack. I have to sign into my flight tomorrow. So let's just briefly do that. Actually, maybe I should be doing it on my phone. Hey, sorry, did I call the wrong number? Yeah, yeah, I screwed up. Whoops. Um, anyways, yeah, so I actually like the email that you sent me, according to what I'm looking at here. Okay. checking in for my flight. Okay, perfect. I go grab my passport. All right. Ah, so, are we done for the day? I mean, I'm feeling pretty done for the day. Like, I don't think I can really accomplish anything super meaningful at this point. Oh, hair. What? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it for today. Well, do I play a game of chess? Maybe I play a game of chess. End off the day. Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's try to. Actually, I'm gonna read some Marvin content first, then I'm gonna come back. Actually, I feel like this looks PG enough that I might share it on the stream. Actually, no, never mind. It includes people's full names. Tragic. Oh, so funny. Oh, this is too funny. Oh my god. Oh, Marvin's gold. Oh yeah, as I said, I was gonna play a final chess game. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that and reduce the exposure so that okay. Final chess game. Here we go. Actually, hold on. Before I play this, I'm going to. Okay. All right. Now we're playing. Let's play. Oh, it's kind of tragic. I went from being white, I think, to black, but I guess it is what it is. It's funny, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's this. But then the next question is, do I take with this or do I take with the queen? Now that's a question, friends. I take with the knight. Wow. That's interesting. I guess I'll bring the knight out. I'm pretty well developed here. It's funny, like I think I'm gonna actually play knight out before I lock this bishop in. I mean, it's nice. It's like a developed bishop for free, is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm kind of one tempo ahead now, but oh, and he blocked in his pawn. What kind of move was that? That's a weird move. That's a weird move. I don't know why someone would do that. Okay, so I really just gotta play solidly here, and because like this, oh my gosh, multiple moves. Okay, so do I just let him chill? Do I take with this pawn? Do I let him? Do I just do nothing? I'm gonna take with this pawn anyways. I'm kind of considering doing nothing. What do I even do? Like, I guess, like, how do I even attack him? He has no pieces. He has no pieces anywhere. Like, how do I attack when he has no pieces? There we go. There we are. Yeah, sure. I'll block it in. Okay. What I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah, and then basically I just come right back if he comes here. That's what I'm thinking right now. He's full of surprises. Or they are full of surprises. I guess I'll castle. Is he like shaping up for something like absurd? I mean, I do see the pressure, but I'm not convinced it's actually like worth being afraid about. If his queen was here with this pin, potentially he could go here, of course, but his queen's not there, so. Okay, so now he does want to go here. Either I go here. Yeah, not really a fan of that. Actually, funny enough, like I don't even know what the best way. Well, I guess I could go here. Yeah, I bet you the knight here is probably the best move. Maybe accordingly, I go here, threaten this, and then if he tries to go here, I can go here. That's completely fine because it protects this pawn. However, can he take advantage of like bringing the knight in, hitting these two? No, not really, because this is blocking his entry here. This I can easily. Well, I can't easily push the pawn, but his queen would need to move either way. I could also. Oh, that's an interesting situation. If I could do it, I can't, but it'd be nice. Accordingly, actually, I could also push this. I could push this. I have time. I have time. I think queen. Like I'm tempted to do this. I think I'm gonna do that, and then this. It locks in my rook, which is not what I'm not a fan about. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's just not the move. Like I played this move before, but I remember looking and seeing it was blunder, or it wasn't as good as this move. But I'm now realizing that potentially because the rook is locked in here, maybe this is actually not good. I mean, basically, it's this. It's this or this, right? Like those are the two options that I have. I was originally thinking I was going here, but I'm just not so sure. Like I don't know how convinced I am. I guess if I do, then I can move this here. Sort of what I'm thinking. I also do threaten that pawn like pretty aggressively, which actually then threatens the knight and the rook. Oh, it doesn't threaten the knight, pardon. After this move, it would. Yeah, I think I'd move over. I think that's probably what I do. So he can't go here. If he takes, then that's just a blunder. If he goes here, which was actually my original fear to a degree, I'm pretty sure I can just go here. It does block in my knight kind of a little bit from going back, which I'm not a huge fan of. But if he goes there, I mean, I could go here, but it just kind of allows him to build up a lot of pressure here. And then I'm not in the mood to calculate my way to Georgia right now. So I think I shall stick with, yeah. So anyways, if he goes here, I either go there. Well, I'm just realizing actually I had this move instead of the knight move. Oh no, I did not, because the knight was actually, of course, of course. But I do have this move now. Okay, so knight goes there. Interesting, because hope you had a great day as well, Brandon. Nice. Love seeing that sort of stuff in the chat. Keep it up, man. Nice. Yeah. Have a good day. Yeah. Anyways, so takes or let him threaten me even more by no, you can't go there. So that does not much. Is he trying to take advantage of no, there's nothing going on here. Is there something that I'm missing? You can put another I see. Okay, okay. So yeah, that's a concern. That's a concern. A concern that I'm now thinking like I have to go here, but I don't think I need to do that now. Like I can if I take here, that's a real threat of check for one, and two, if he just goes here anyways, I can go here, protects this and hits this. So I'm thinking this is the right move. Thinking. I'm thinking. But he can also take. Or I can just take this with check. I feel like this is fine. I feel like this is fine. I'm not concerned. I'm really just not concerned. Oh, I also have this pawn. Oh my gosh. Yeah, his piece he's a mess right now. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking he goes here, right? So that was the whole situation. Um, I could go here, continue to ignore that as a threat. No, I feel like threatening the knight makes more sense and defending. Yeah, and then if I get my rook here, honestly, I could actually trade off. I could sack the queen and the rook, or sorry, pardon, and the um, bishop, and actually have mate here. Yeah, just. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely an opportunity. Okay, so I'm gonna come back here potentially, or here actually makes probably most sense. Yeah, that pin I think is probably the best. But if I go here, I could check, take, like I could sack the queen with mate right now. He can trade. Would he want to trade? He would want to trade. He would. I think I have to move this either here or here. I don't really like there because of there. So I think I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to go here and threaten mate. Because I basically have a forced mate if he doesn't protect against sacking the queen. I'm pretty sure. Because, yeah, takes, takes, takes. Oh, no, I don't have the check. Darn, flabbit. Don't have the necessary check at the end of those exchanges. Takes, takes. Yeah, I don't. Oof. Close, 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 close. I can get there. I believe. I believe. I also have this move, which is super nice now, actually. Now realizing that. I mean, I stand by my move. Actually, do I even stand by my move? Because this move actually would have effectively blocked this from even taking this. So I probably could have played this move. Because then takes and takes and check. Yeah, that could have worked, I think. But it's okay. I'm happy with my choices. He still doesn't have this. And he's still hanging this. And very close to hanging this. Oh, he didn't mind. Pardon. He has that protected. I just go on a ramble saying that I could have done something there. No, yeah, I'm glad that I made this move because, yeah, obviously this move doesn't work because takes. Boya, boya. Oh, wait, no, it was pinning. Never mind, it was pinning. Yeah. Oh, right then. So, what do you want from me? I can either trade or I can go here. Kind of makes most sense to me to probably do this. I don't see why I wouldn't do that. Keeps my defender alive. Attacks the queen. I'm one move away from being able to take this. This thing's blocked in. This thing is also blocked in though, which is really not nice. Okay. So now the question really becomes like, do I take this? I had talked about this move. If he goes here, actually, it's a little bit awkward for me now that I'm realizing it because, oh, what just happened? Oh, there we go. Anyways, a bit awkward because I then have to move this back somewhere. Actually, I can't even. I think I lose. Oh no, I can go here. Okay. Do I bring the knight out? No, I can't bring. Oh my gosh. Whole thing. Actually, I guess I could. I could bring it out here. I could do that, and it would be fine. Connects my rooks. Allows my rook to be free and float around. It's not necessary as of right now because I have the bishop defending. So basically, if he goes here, then I can actually jump in right here just on time hit this and protect this. It seems kind of nice to me. It's either that move or this move. And I think this is a more immediately nice looking move. It also like entices this move, which I almost like don't mind. Although it's probably questionable that I didn't take that. Like maybe I should have done that. Oh, I don't even need to be just on time. I actually have 2 defenders here anyways. Which actually means I have more options. I mean, I can go here or there. Where does this land me? I mean, it lands me there, it lands me here. There's nice. I guess I have a rook. Or sorry, I keep on calling bishops rooks. Don't know what's going on here. I'm feeling pretty confident in this game so far, but as we've learned yesterday, confidence is not an excuse and should not be used at all in decision making or pacing or distractions or anything. Wow. What a pawn move that was. Fair enough, I guess. But like, wow. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Okay. So like this would be nice, except for you can just take it. Maybe I go, then that doesn't work. Okay. Maybe I just take now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have any threats. Now I hit this. We're all good. We are all good, dog. So what's next for him? He can't go there because takes. He can go there, and I already said I was going to do this right away. And I am, in fact, right on time to execute this. So don't see any problems with it. I'm not leaving anything hanging. Barely that knight was even doing anything there in the first place. Not even being put under attack. There's no way for him to put me under attack immediately. Actually, can he... Hold on. He can hop in with his knight. However, that ends up being a trade. Because I can take, which lowers a defender, meaning I'm still defended here. Everything's still okay. I also threaten this, which is nice, which actually ends up hitting the queen. So I'm thinking this is the move, actually, because then I can just take this right away. Boom, gone, done, gone from existence. Yep, I like this. I'm a fan. It's pretty dedicated with this whole king business, though. Could one say over dedicated? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so he threatens, of course, my bishop. I got two options here. Oh, wait. Oh. He threatens my bishop and he puts me in check. Of course. But then I still can do this, which is nice. And I hit the queen, so he can't actually take this. But still, hats off to that move. Yeah, I can just go here, which hits the queen. I'm no concern whatsoever because I'm hitting the queen. There's nothing. I got no issues here. Yeah, no issues. Okay, wow. So everything is nice and clean. We're all just nice and dandy. There's no threats in really any direction. Everything is completely okay. This is protected. You can't go here. You can go here, of course. I'm going to go here. He has to go here. In which case, I go here. This is one wild force mate waiting to happen. Did I only end up one pawn after all that? Okay, so... Oh, it's funny. I thought he was going to go here. For some reason, I did not think of that move. I'm still good to go here, though. To blunder if he takes. He doesn't have any... Doesn't have any... Nah, yeah, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. We have been very, 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 like, on par for this entire game. I get 7 points if I win this. Not too shabby. I do genuinely think that I'm going to try and back rank mate him, though. I think I'm going to try to go like here. No, really, I guess that doesn't matter. Okay. Where does he want to go with that? I mean, here, I guess he could. Thinking I just go there. Where can he go? If he goes there, actually, I'm not a huge fan of that. Then again, I can't go here, 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 or here. I could go there. Maybe that's not the worst move. It does actually attack this. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, where can he go from there? I guess he could go there, in theory. Go here. I'm gonna go there and then try to stay on this diagonal. It actually pins one of the knights. Well, not entirely actually, because if the knight moves... Actually, never mind. One of the knights is under attack right now. But yeah, they can attack the rook, which is why it's not really a threat, what I'm doing right now. But it's something. Basically, I'm expecting one of his pieces to move here and hit my rook, and then I'm going to go here. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Right there actually doesn't work. Damn. Didn't notice that. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate. I guess I can't go there either. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. Okay, this is a perfect example of a situation where I could screw up the endgame real quick. I gotta go quickly get a package, which is also unfortunate for time. Okay, nice. He's still thinking. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I would be too if I were him. I mean, this is a tough game. Oh wait, he ended up material. How did that happen again? Did I like screw up at some point? Wait, I thought I was up a pawn. How did that change exactly? Oh, I literally blundered here and I just didn't notice it. That's hilarious. So I am down a full piece. That's great. Great. Now I actually can go here. Well, not that it really matters. It's protected, but... Oh, this is a devastating move. That's so funny that I just like blundered back here and I just didn't even notice. For some reason, I just thought that was an equal trade. Like, I don't know how. I mean, he literally forked me and I somehow just completely, yeah, completely missed that point. Completely missed the point. Hmm. It's actually a hard decision. Well, I can't go there. Oh, I see. That was a goal. That was a great move. I see now. Because basically it forces this fork. Damn. Genius. Best move here is actually just to sack the rook. Oh man, I'm getting yeah, I'm not looking too pretty here. Actually, sacking the rook's not that bad. I don't think. Not that bad. Well, maybe it is that bad. I guess I could just counterattack, but it doesn't really do me much. Oh, actually, I could go here, which is kind of funny. Maybe that's what I do. Just attack the queen. I love that this is still protected too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm very happy with that find. I actually don't know. What is he going to do from this here? This position? He has to move the queen, right? Like, there's really no other option. So, you trade the queen? Mm, yeah. I guess that's it. Takes, takes, takes. He wins a pawn. No, he doesn't. I can just go here. So, yeah, this is a very, very... I might get my piece back. I think his best move is probably to trade the queens. Trade the queen. I think that's like the only move that saves him. Yeah, exactly. I could also just like go here. Potentially, because then basically if he takes, or I could take here. Oh no, I can't take there, but I take here, and then this is actually threatened. And he go. Oh, that's check actually. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna take. Basically, I need to go here. Actually, I could go here. No, it's kind of a weak move. Actually, I could go here, I guess. Oh, he takes that pawn regardless, which is unfortunate. I guess I have to trade. Trade rooks, I guess. He basically takes this pawn, and then I think I have to trade rooks to take this pawn with attacking this. No way. That would have actually been, I think, a mate, potentially. Okay, now he takes this for sure. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to resign at this point. I think we're done. Well, that was a good game. And I think that is where my stream will end. I'm going to review this and, yeah, get ready for the end of the day here. So, yeah, what a tragic game that was. One blunder does it all. I do so well until I don't. So funny. This knight move, I went from -3 to +4. That's a 7-point blunder. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Well, that was nice. How is I actually? That's the only. I think the only thing I want to learn here is how is I tunnel vision, because basically I thought this. Okay, so what was the best move? Are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I went here because I thought it was out of necessity. I didn't see this, admittedly. But what if takes? I don't actually understand. Like, he can take this, or he can go here. Oh, but then I guess I can just escape. No, but then can't he do some, like, sneaky deek stuff? Or what if he does... No, okay, that's mate. I wouldn't have done that. Well, then what would I have done? Then this? No. This? No. Wow. Attack the queen. Crazy. Okay, anyways, yep. That's, what is it? Day 20? Day 20. Bye-bye. Today, really the only objective was to build Marvin, which I did. I explored I explored Claude ecosystem a lot more. Another huge win for today was enabling the spawning of team agents. So Claude teams, or the team orchestrate teams, would highly recommend using this feature. Very, very cool. Really nice. And it's also the only way that you could technically get 2 layers of depth in subagents, because normal subagents can't spawn subagents, but the team agents can spawn subagents. So you have an orchestrator that spawns a team agent or multiple, and then each of those team agents can spawn then multiple subagents. So it's really the only way you can get 2 layers of depth, which is a very nice thing to know. And yeah, what else came from today? Yeah, I guess I have now officially kind of rebuilt a custom, like, sort of OpenClaw adjacent BlueBubbles messaging system using only Claude, like the Claude CLI, and I've also ported over all of my most important jobs, which is unfortunately in the GUI, like the Claude, like, desktop app. As of now, I'm really hoping that they release like a JSON based cron system at some point, but if not, is what it is. Or just at the very least, like, allow me to, like, configure the cron jobs via the CLI. I think that's the most important piece. Anywho, that's day 20. Tomorrow I'm flying to Chicago. I may or may not actually have a stream for tomorrow. And I definitely won't have a stream for the next few days. But but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And the next time that I stream, if it's not tomorrow, the next time that I stream, I'll have some pretty wild updates, I would imagine, for the stream as well. So we'll see how that all pans out. But yeah, anyways, for now, bye for now. Love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.